So, deconstruction part 2, the reason why I'm deconstructing Christianity. So, I'm gonna inform y'all of some more Christian history and facts that you may have not known. So, there was a white missionary, a Puritan, by the name of John Eliot. Okay? I believe he lived maybe in the 1600s. I could be wrong with the year. But this man, John Eliot, stated that Native Americans should adopt the mannerisms and customs of English colonizers, English people, before earning the privilege of becoming a Christian. Okay? So Puritans applied the doctrines such as popular consent to their government, since non-Puritans, they qualified as cultural inferiors, and they were expected to subject themselves to the Puritans. Okay? So, you basically, to become a Christian back then, you had to give up your culture, your language, your way of dress, the way that you wore your hair if it was different from the white colonizers or the white settlers, right? You basically had to start dressing like them, start acting like them, and doing the Christian religion the way that they taught you. Okay, so the influence of the white supremacist ideology was very strong. Okay, and these people went as far as to, the settlers went as far as to separate Native American children from their Native American parents and put them in residential schools, where in those residential schools there was abuse of a sexual nature. There were, unfortunately, unalivings and horrible treatment of people that were in those schools. Some even, like I said, unfortunately were unalived in those schools. And so when you think about the history like this, it makes you question the people that teach you about Christianity, the way that it's taught and the way that it operates here in the United States. Okay, so I'll continue to tell y'all some facts. A lot of people don't seem to realize that religion, politics, and culture tend to intersect each other. Okay, let me give you an example. So, religion and religious issues have also found their way into the Supreme Court. Okay, I'm going to read to y'all some cases that went to the Supreme Court that involved Christianity and that involved religion. Just give me 1 minute so I can find that information. Okay. It was here. Now I have to find it. I will find it. Just give me a second. Thank you for being so patient. Okay. Let's see. Oh boy. I have so much notes here, guys, that sometimes I get lost in my notes. So right now I'm not seeing the court cases, so I'll continue to read you just some other facts. Okay? So back then in the 1600s, there was actually a book in 1673, and in a Christian directory, there was a chapter on directions to those masters in foreign plantations who have Negroes and other slaves. Okay? And in one of these chapters, there's actually a statement which says, "Make it your chief end in buying and using slaves to win them to Christ and save their souls. So this here is basically someone, a colonist using religion once again and using it in such a way that is questionable. Okay, basically trying to tie slavery and religion together. So, they basically are seeing African peoples or Native American peoples as the white man's burden. So they have to buy slaves and they have to use them to win them over to Christ and to save their souls. Okay, and once again, it's in the book, in the Christian Directory by Mr. Baxter in 1673. In the chapter, Directions to Those Masters in Foreign Plantations Who Have Negroes and Other Slaves. Okay, so when you think about these types of things, it just makes you question, the way that faith is propagated, the way that religion is taught, even the way and the manner in which church services are held. When you see people, most churches still being segregated, okay? A lot of people go to their white churches and a lot of people go to their black churches. There are multicultural congregations, but not that many, okay? So people basically still, go to segregated churches. And so it just makes you think, about religion and how, it basically operates here. So I'm going to do a part 3, okay? Once I find that information about the courts, I will do a part 3. Peace.